Gorebox multiplayer exploded onto the gaming scene. It was 2023. People were hungry for something new. Gorebox was the answer. It wasn't just a game. It was an escape, a world inside a world. Millions logged in. Every day they explored, fought and built together. Gorebox was special for many reasons. It was easy to pick up, but it offered depth for hardcore gamers. It was the perfect blend. People who never played games before were hooked. Seasoned veterans were impressed. The hype was real. Gorebox was everywhere. What made Gorebox so unique? It was the freedom. Players could do almost anything. Imagine a world built with code. Now imagine you could change that code. That was Gorebox. Players could reshape the world around them. They could build castles, cities, even entire planets. But it wasn't just about building. Players could fight too. Epic battles raged across the Gorebox landscape. They could team up with friends, or they could go solo. The choice was theirs. This freedom, this power was intoxicating. It was unlike anything gamers had seen before. At first, everything was perfect. Gorebox was a dream come true, but then things started to change. There were whispers on the forums, strange glitches, items disappearing. Players talked about seeing things they shouldn't. Most brushed it off. Just bugs, they said, nothing to worry about. Then came the rumors. A group of players, they said, were doing the impossible. They were bending Gorebox to their will, exploiting the code in ways the developers never intended. These were the zero-day players. No one knew who they were. No one knew how they did it, but one thing was clear: they were changing the game. And then it happened. The Gorebox incident. It was broadcast live on Twitch. Millions watched in horror. A popular streamer known as The Architect was showing off his latest creation, a massive, intricate machine. Suddenly, the screen flickered. The Architect screamed. The machine, it was breaking free, spilling out of the game and into the real world. The stream cut out. Silence, then chaos. News reports flooded in, power outages, data breaches, all traced back to the Gorebox incident. The world was in shock. How could a game do this? The backlash was immediate. Panic, anger, fear. People demanded answers. How could this happen? Was anyone safe? The developers, a small indie studio called Sandbox Games, were silent. They had no explanation, no solution. The gaming community was divided. Some defended Gorebox. It was just a game, they said, a freak accident. Others weren't so sure. They pointed to the rumors about the zero-day players. Had they caused this? Was Gorebox a threat? The debate raged on, but one thing was clear: the world would never look at gaming the same way again. The pressure was too much. Governments around the world stepped in. They couldn't ignore the Gorebox incident. It was a matter of national security. And so the unthinkable happened. Gorebox multiplayer was banned. Servers shut down. The game, once a source of joy and escape, was gone. The news spread like wildfire. Millions were devastated. Their world, their community, gone overnight. Some protested. They organized online petitions. They held rallies. But it was no use. The decision was made. Gorebox multiplayer was no more. The ban on Gorebox sent shockwaves through the gaming industry. It was a wake-up call. Games weren't just toys anymore. They were powerful tools, tools that could be used for good or for evil. Developers faced increased scrutiny. Governments implemented stricter regulations. The impact on players was profound. Many felt lost adrift. Gorebox multiplayer wasn't just a game to them. It was a community, a family. They had lost friends, collaborators, even loved ones. The void left by Gorebox was immense. In the wake of the ban, a new generation of games emerged. Games that learned from Gorebox's mistakes, games with stricter security measures, games with a greater emphasis on ethical design. The gaming world had changed. It was a more cautious, more regulated landscape. But the spirit of Gorebox lived on, in the hearts of the players who loved it, in the lessons learned, and in the constant reminder that even in a virtual world, actions have consequences. The story of Gorebox multiplayer is a cautionary tale, a reminder that technology, no matter how wondrous, can be dangerous. It's a story about the power of community, the allure of the unknown, and the fine line between reality and the virtual world. Gorebox multiplayer may be gone, but its legacy endures, a legend whispered among gamers, a reminder that sometimes the greatest adventures come with the heaviest price.